Hi, welcome to the Pulse. I hope you're doing well. I'm Julie, your host. I hope my voice will be okay because I've been sick for the last couple of days. Today, I would like to talk to you about my book of the year. I love to read books. I have to say that I don't have enough time to do that. So I usually take care during holiday to read a few books, and then during the rest of the year, I give myself some grace and read some books, but it takes me a lot longer. I would not say that I read one book a month, but I end up maybe reading 6 to 7 books, purely reading. And then what I do is I have a few books that I put into audio format. So whenever I have long drive or that I am walking around, then I can sometimes listen to those books. But today what I want to share with you is a book that actually took me almost a whole year to read, but it's really a very good book from my perspective, and it's really the book for me of 2025, and it's Atomic Habits. So why this book is for me the book of the year is because it really helped me throughout the year to better understand my habits and to better understand how to change the bad habits into good habits and how to set up new ones without also making it too heavy. I really took it one at a time. I didn't want also to change everything about me because it's a lot to do. So I just had that thought of, is there a few habits within the year that I would like to put in place and a few bad habits that I would like to stop? And this book was very helpful. And first of all, the reason why it's helpful is because of the way it's structured. At the end of every chapter, you have a chapter summary with really the key points, so whenever you go back to it, you can easily focus on those last bullet points, and it's easy for you to set up or to review some pieces. That's the first part. And the second part is also the way it is structured to always look at how to create good habits and how to break bad habits. And for each of those, there is different laws set up, and that really helps you taking the routine and the journey day by day. And so maybe I'll read for you some of those good habits, how to create good habits, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. And within those, there are different categories that I've set up. And basically each of the chapters are referencing in a way to those laws. On the other side, for breaking bad habits, it's making it invisible, making it less attractive, etc. It's going to be a hard episode, guys. I can tell you already. I'm struggling speaking properly. And within those, there are some pieces that are very hands-on and allow you to really focus on getting it done instead of just telling you about the theory. It remains very theoretical, but it really gives you direct exercise of what you can do with some examples that help you set up the right environment and the right routine. And I take one of the rules, for example, the 2-minute rule. It really gives you not only the theory, but also give you some examples. So read before bed each night, read 1 page. And that make it more sustainable as a routine and as a habit. And same thing, do 30 minutes of yoga instead of take out my yoga mat. And that's a 2-minute piece that then transform into that 30 minutes of yoga in that case. And I really liked this kind of mindset and ideas and how it's bringing those habits into a place where it doesn't become heavy or doesn't become difficult to make it a habit. And really, for me, this is where this book was really helpful. I would want to read it again because I also do feel like when I'm going through the pages and I was preparing for the episodes, I reminded myself, I found again some pieces that I forgot that I had read most of the time at the beginning of the year. So I think it's really a good book that make you set up the right habit without making it too overwhelming. I would, however, say that for someone like me, who is always about improvement, about growth, you have also to consider how this impacts you to always constantly want to change your habits. So take it one at a time. don't make it too overwhelming, as I mentioned, the 2-minute rule, for example, but also don't make it too hard in case it doesn't work for you in the first go. And here that book also talks about this. Making the habits irresistible is one thing, but also ensuring that you have a space for you to, in case of failures, etc., is important. But I won't go through the full detail of the book, because that's also the idea behind Podmas, is to make short episodes, and I could talk at least for an hour about the books and share with you all the details, but it's important for you to experience it, and maybe some pieces are going to be more important to you than they were for me. So I'm not here to focus on the part that were good for me, but more to tell you generally that that book was very helpful, giving you multiple tactics, giving you multiple hints how to work on it, looking at different options, accountability partners, looking at the spike of endorphins. So it's really a comprehensive book on how to set up good habits and remove bad habits. And I thought it was very well written, very helpful, and very hands-on. I will keep it for me to reread it within 2026. Of course, some pieces. I have not made a lot of highlights, because sometimes some books I don't like to make highlights in the first, because first of all, I don't like to keep too many books in my apartment. You can see behind, I have a few books in my bookshelf on social media, but I try to not overwhelm myself with 100 books that I haven't read. So I try to focus on reading a book, and then if it's still worth it for me to keep it, then I would keep it. If it's not, if it was good to read it once, then I would let it go and resell it. But in that case, I've decided that this book is definitely worth it to keep. So I will be keeping it, and I will definitely look at highlighting some words, highlighting some pieces. I've already kind of set up a few areas that I have cornered the page, but I would definitely want to go again in a deeper setup in the second one. So this is the book of the year. I wish you a very nice day. I hope you like this short episode again of Podmas. And please subscribe. Tell me also which book was your favorite of the year. Have a nice day. Bye.